Good evening, family. Today is still Wednesday, May 15th, 2024. Back with another episode, and thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And it is hot. I'm on my way to the gym. Stop to get some gas and let me make this video before I go in, right? So, a couple of videos ago, it was this morning, but hold on, y'all. It was this morning, and I was speaking about the power of not giving a fuck, right? And I got this is an email topic, bigward@myyahoo.com, but it's touching off that video. So the email topic was short, and straight to the point. It was asking about that video. It was saying about how I was talking about the power of not giving a, fuck. But how do you not give a fuck? Especially if you're a person that has a big heart, that cares a lot. How does a person like that not give a fuck? A person that cares about other people. That was the question in the email. And I think that's a good question. How do you not give a, especially if you're a caring person with a big heart? Because believe it or not, well, some of y'all probably can figure that out by now, or probably have an idea. But I'm a caring person with a big heart. I just got to a point in my life where I was tired of people stabbing me in my back, tired of people abusing my trust, taking my kindness for weakness. I reached the point where I had enough, right? So it's not that I'm not a caring person. I don't give a damn. I don't care about nothing. I say I don't give a fuck. I didn't say I don't care. Not giving a fuck don't mean you don't care about nothing no more. Right. You still can be a caring person. You can still be a person with a big heart, but just don't give a damn about it. You just don't give a fuck. How do you get there? Or how do you do it? It's a mindset. You first must understand. It ain't that you don't care about nobody else. That ain't what that means. It don't mean that you gonna F over people, screw over people, hurt people, do harm to people. That ain't what that means. Basically what I'm teaching y'all, and now this teaching right here, it ain't for the people that's waiting to get to heaven to have a good life, to have peace. This teaching is for people that want to have a peace here on earth, that want to have a good life here on earth. And I don't mean just financially good life. I mean a life of peace and not worried about all this bull. This ain't for people where when I get to heaven to the sweet by and by, that's when I see Jesus, I can't wait to see Jesus. I want my peace now. I want my good life now. And then if I get to heaven, then I want a better life than right here. But as of right now, right here, where I am now, I'm trying to deal with this. So this teaching ain't for you if you waiting to get to heaven, to see Jesus, to get your peace. This is for people who trying to get their peace right here. And then we'll deal with Jesus, when we cross that bridge to the upper room. So, how do you get to a point to where you don't give a fuck? It is not that you don't care. Not giving a fuck and not caring is two different things. Let's get that understood before I go any further. You got not giving a fuck and not caring. That's two different things. I didn't say you don't care. What not giving a fuck does, the mindset that you have is, and how do you get there? How do you do it? How do you not give a fuck? You come before everybody and everything. It might sound selfish, And it is. You come first. Not that, I'm not saying nobody else matters. Church folk, self-righteous folk, ultra-religious folk that ain't living by it anyway, but you talk a good game. I'm not saying nobody else matters. I'm not saying screw over people. I'm not saying mistreat people. What I'm saying is self-preservation must come first. See, we've been told and brainwashed, care about other folks, to have you thinking that, especially in religion, have you thinking you're supposed to put other folks ahead of you. The false doctrine, the false teaching that goes against nature. Nature is self-preservation, is a must. Every other species knows that. And the men and the human species that make it in this world, that survive, that have a good life, they know it too. They go by that rule. Self-preservation is a must. The people that you see, the rich people, that a lot of poor people hate, a lot of have-nots hate. See, I ain't rich. I will be. How, I don't know. But what I don't do is I don't hate the people that are rich. I understand. I'm trying to get there. Those people understand before the rest of us understood. Self-preservation is a must. You must come first over everything else and everybody else. What about your kids, Big Ward? What about them? Damn, that cold, Big Ward. No, it's law. Self-preservation is a must. Let me tell you why. Here's why. You got kids, right? In order to take care of and to be there for your kids, you have to be at the top of your game. You have to be physically, mentally, and emotionally stable. If you go out here and let somebody or something run you crazy and destroy you because you didn't put yourself first, you didn't take care of yourself, you let other people's needs, desires, wants, thoughts, beliefs, or whatever come before yours, and you lost your mind, what good are you to your kids if you ain't got it? You can't do for your kids what you ain't got. You can't give them what you ain't got. If you lose your mind out here playing around with these folks, where some man done ran you crazy, some woman done ran you crazy, some job done ran you crazy, your neighbor done ran you crazy, your friend done ran you crazy, your sister done ran you crazy, your brother done ran, whoever, your mama done ran you crazy, what good are you gonna be to your kids? So nothing comes before you. That's how you not give a fuck. The mindset that nobody or nothing comes before me. I must come first. My peace, my mind, my food, my mentality, everything about me must be intact. So therefore, I can't give a fuck about nothing else but me. That's it in a nutshell. Nothing comes before you. You are number one. When you are number one, what them folks over there think don't mean shit. What they think don't mean nothing. Only thing that matters to you when you become number one to you is what you think. When you become number one, what they want don't mean nothing. Damn, that selfish, Big Ward. No, it's not. You still gonna do for them folk. You still gonna help people. But you ain't gonna be no fool now. Because you gonna notice now that you putting yourself first, that shit you used to take off for when you used to let folk use you because you ain't want them to be mad at you. When you put yourself first, you don't care if they mad that you ain't letting them use you. That's how you not give a fuck. You put yourself first. Y'all remember, some of y'all and probably still do it. I know people like that let folks use them. Then they come tell me, but I'm so tired of such and such using me. Think I'm stupid, always trying to get over, but you letting them do it. And they come cry to me about it. My mom was good for that. Her friends, some of them, not all of them, she had some good friends, but she had some, according to her, that would use you. But you're still letting them use you. I got other folks that come to me, man, big boy, I'm so tired of them folks trying to use me, them folks on my job trying to use me, my coworker trying to use me, my old lady trying to use me, my husband trying to use me. Put yourself first. When you put yourself first, that's how you don't give a fuck. And when you don't give a fuck, you ain't letting them use you no more. Because when you put yourself first, you ain't worried about they mad because you said no. When you put yourself first, you don't care who get mad when you say no. See, there's a lot of people out here don't want to say no because they don't want to piss somebody off by saying no. You ain't put yourself first. You put them first. You put them before you. How to not give a fuck? You come first. In all situations. Especially in this world. Maybe this teaching wouldn't have been good teaching 80 years ago. Or maybe it was. All I know is since the beginning of time, since nature, since we all been a part of nature, there's always been law. I don't know. I ain't teaching that church stuff. Y'all go over there and have a good time, sing, rejoice, praise the Lord, do whatever you want to do. Over here, I'm preaching self-preservation is a must. You must survive. You must take care of you before you can take care of anybody else. If you ain't straight, ain't nobody straight that you're responsible for. Do y'all get that? Them kids you talking about, you supposed to put your kids before you. How you gonna put them before you if you ain't straight? If you didn't take care of yourself, kept your mind right, stayed sane, didn't let this world take you under, if you don't put you first, make sure you straight, they ain't gonna be straight. That's why you gotta come first, even before your kids. You got to come before your kids. I know that sounds like blasphemy to a lot of, especially women. My kid come first until you lose your mind and you in a psycho ward. Where your kids at then? Because you didn't put yourself first, make sure you in tip-top shape to be able to be there for your kids. Putting yourself first it's like common sense. Religion has ruined a lot of people. Not me. Y'all can take it how you want. Nah, big boy, that's selfish. Man, how is that selfish? Well, it is selfish. But who made selfish wrong? Me putting myself first, making sure I'm straight, making sure my mind, my health, my body, my spirit is intact. Me making sure that ain't taking nothing from nobody else. Me putting myself first ain't taking away from nobody. It's just making sure ain't nobody taking away from me. That's all that means. That's how you not give a fuck. You put yourself first over any and everybody. Anything and anybody. You come first over that job. You come first over your husband. You come first over your wife. You come first over your mama. You come first over your kids. You come first over any and everything. But not in the bad way. The reason you come first, because you want to preserve yourself. Self-preservation. Preservation. You want to preserve yourself to be able to be what those people need. You have to preserve yourself in order to be there and be what your children need. If you don't preserve yourself, you ain't gonna be here. Fire your kids. Because you didn't preserve yourself. Self-preservation. Self-preservation is a must. Religion has ruined the human mind. It has pacified the human mind like it was designed to do. It has taught you the other stuff and things supposed to come before you. That's false doctrine. Nothing comes before you but your Creator. And your Creator don't need nothing from you. You need from Him. He don't need you. So therefore, self-preservation is a must for the people that need you. Your Creator don't need you. That's the only reason the Creator come before you. That's the only reason. Because you need the Creator. And those who don't believe that, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't give up. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you believe. I believe I need the Creator. So that's why the Creator, my God, is the only one that comes before me, because that's my source. That's my life source. That's my electricity. That's what I'm plugged into. I need Him to breathe. If it wasn't for that, my Creator wouldn't be first. Other than that, it's the Creator and me. And then everybody else. And that's how it's supposed to be. A lot of y'all done got out of line, done got off course, and got out of order. Putting in and everything before you. The good book says, if you believe in all that, love others as you love yourself. In other words, a lot of us do the loving others part and don't even do the loving yourself part. It doesn't say love others but don't love you. It don't say love others more than you love you. It just says love others as you love yourself. If you love you, love other people too, but you must love you. You can't love others if you don't love you. You come first. You must love you first. You first. You can't love Big Ward first. Don't tell Big Ward you love him, and Big Ward looking at you not loving yourself. I know better. Can't nobody tell me they love me and I see they don't love themselves. I know you're lying. You must love yourself first. Don't y'all know that? A person can't love you if they don't love themselves. Which basically means if they don't put themselves first and make sure they straight, they can't make sure you straight. They must come first to them. You must come first to you. In order to be able to have something to give to somebody else. You ain't gonna have nothing to give to nobody else if you ain't put yourself first. You let your cup run empty. How you gonna get somebody else something then? You done make sure your cup was full first before you try to pour something into somebody else's cup. You can't pour nothing in somebody else's cup if you ain't make sure your cup was first full yourself. It's not rocket science. It's law, natural law. Big Ward didn't make it up. Natural law. Self-preservation is a must. You must come first. That's just another way of saying to not give a fuck. That's how you don't give a fuck. So when I see these folks on the comment section, Big Ward, you're a loser. Big Ward, you ain't gonna never be nothing. Big Ward, I'm like, I'm worried about what I think before I worry about what you think. What you think is irrelevant. So you feel like wasting your time typing that shit in the comment, knock yourself out. But I come first. That's why I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. I only care about what I think about me. So if you love me, I don't care. If you don't love me, I don't care. I only care that I love me. That's gonna take me on through here. You loving me and me hating me ain't gonna benefit me. But me loving me and you hating me ain't gonna hurt me. Let me repeat that for those that flew over your head. You loving me, but me hating me ain't gonna help me. But you hating me and me loving me ain't gonna hurt me. Do I make myself clear? Do you get what I mean now by not giving a fuck? That all that is a slang way, what you call it, the non-politically correct way of saying put yourself first. It's the non-politically correct way of saying put yourself first over anything and everybody. It don't mean you don't care about nobody. It means that nobody is more important to you than you. If nobody is more important to you than you ain't worried about people pleasing no more. You ain't around here trying to people please no more. You ain't going out your way for people that don't appreciate it. You're not being taken advantage of by people because you don't want to make them mad. You worry about what they're going to say, what they're going to think. You got people out here like that will do stuff they don't want to do simply because they don't want somebody to be mad at them. Fuck that. Be mad. I come first. If it's going to inconvenience me, if it's going to make my life harder, it's going to make my life miserable, if it's going to harm me in any way, I ain't doing it for nobody. Cause when they throw you off in that hole, I guarantee you, ain't nobody going with you. Your kids, your mama, all them folk, they might be hollering for you. But they're not jumping off in there with you and say, cover me up too. I promise you they ain't. You'll know then. If you don't believe me now, you'll believe me then, but it'll be too late because you hard as a brick. But you'll believe me then to know that you should have came first. Because when you out of here, ain't nobody going in the hole. Everybody you put before you ain't going in the hole with you. Everybody that you put before you, your needs, your desires, your wants, your peace, everybody that you put before you, when your ass hit that hard ass ground and they throw that cold dirt over you, ain't nobody coming in there with you. None of them folks you put before you coming in there with you. A lot of us, everybody done been to a funeral before. I've been to a funeral. You ain't never seen nobody jump off in that hole but the one that was dead. You ain't never seen it happen. All the folk that love them, if it was their mamas, the cousins, the daughters, the sons, nobody jumped their ass off in that hole. They might have cried like a cry, blah, 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 blah. But ain't nobody jumped off in that hole with them. So therefore, that should let you know right there who should have came first. Whoever jumped in that hole with you, that's who you put ahead of you when you was alive. So if you got somebody right now that you think when you in that hole, they're going to jump in that hole with you, if you know somebody like that, then you put them before you. Do you have somebody like that in your life right now? That you know for a fact, when them folk put you in that hole, the sheriff department going to have to come and hold them back to keep these people from jumping in the hole with you. If you got somebody like that in your life right now, then put them before you. But other than that, if you ain't got nobody that's going to have to be held back from jumping in the hole when they get ready to cover you up, they're going to jump their ass off in that hole and say, cover me up too. If you ain't got nobody like that in your life, then that's why nobody should come before you. How to not give a fuck? That's how you not give a fuck. Nobody comes before you. That's all. It don't mean you mistreat nobody. It don't mean you hurt nobody. It don't mean you don't help people. I don't give a fuck, but I still help folks. I give you the shirt off my back if the spirit leads me that way. I ain't finna be nobody's fool. But I'll help anybody if I can. Even though I don't give a fuck, that ain't what that means. That don't mean I won't help you. That don't mean I don't love you. That don't mean I don't care for you. That don't mean I mistreat you. It don't mean none of that. I don't give a fuck mean ain't nothing you can say or do that's gonna rile me, that's gonna make me feel some type of way, the way I'm gonna hate myself, that I'm gonna neglect myself because of something you said or did. That's what not giving a fuck mean. That's how you not give a fuck. You must come first. Get it, got it, good. Bye.